solve an exercise, that is the fifth one, which is like write the following functions in the simplest form. So as I said that this is important for a 3 mark. So in this main we have 6 questions. Out of 6 I'll do 5. The last one you guys do it. Okay. So fifth question is tan inverse square root 1 plus x square minus 1 divided by x. So now we need to express this inverse function in a simplest form. So now, as I said that while solving the problem, the same type. So if the inner function is with a variable, that is the x, then you should go with the substitution. If the function is like a trigonometric, then you can apply the formula. But here is a variable. In that case, you should go with a substitution, and a suitable substitution it is. So here tan inverse is there. So somehow here you need to get the tan of some simple form. So now for that, I just take x is equal to tan theta. Okay. Then theta can be written as tan inverse of x. Okay. So now tan inverse, so square root of 1 plus x is nothing but tan, but here square is there, therefore tan square theta. This square root only for these two terms. So this one is out of the square root, minus 1 divided by x is nothing but tan theta. Now I just make use of the trigonometric identity, that is 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. So tan inverse of, I'll just write this as secant square theta minus 1 divided by tan theta. Now what I'll do is square and root get cancel. Remaining is a secant. Tan inverse of secant theta minus 1 divided by tan theta. Now I'll just make use of a trigonometric ratios. Secant can be written as 1 by cos, whereas tan can be written as sin by cos. Is it clear? So here, tan inverse, I'll write the secant as 1 divided by cos minus 1 divided by tan as sin divided by cos. Now, I'll take the cos is the LCM in a numerator. Therefore, if I take cos is the LCM, here took the cos is LCM, therefore here 1 is the remaining, minus 1 into cos is cos. Again in the denominator we have a sin divided by cos. Now you can cancel out the cos and cos. In a previous step you can't cancel out the cos and cos. Why? Because this cos it is only for the first term. If this cos is for both the term, then you could have cancelled out this cos and cos. Next is tan inverse 1 minus cos theta in a numerator divided by sin theta. Now I'll just make use of the formulas again. 1 minus cos theta can be written as, which is 2 sin square theta by 2 divided by sin theta can be written as, which is 2 times sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. This is what the formula is. Now 2 get cancelled and 1 sin get cancelled. In a numerator 1 more sin and in a denominator cos it is. So now tan inverse sin theta by 2, and in the denominator we have only a cos theta by 2, because 2 get cancelled, again the sin also get cancelled. So now as we know that sin divided by cos is nothing but tan, right? So tan inverse of sin by cos is tan theta by 2. Now you can cancel out tan and inverse. Remaining is theta divided by 2. So theta is nothing but, here I just take 1 by 2, remaining is a theta we can write. Therefore 1 divided by 2, I just took x is nothing but tan theta. Therefore theta will be tan inverse of x. This this is what the simplest form for a fifth problem. Hope you understood this. Okay, so now I'll just move on to the sixth. So sixth one is, again it is the tan inverse of 1 divided by square root of x square minus 1. Okay, again it is a tan inverse. As I said that in a simplest form the questions will be inverse of either a tan, either it is a cot. It's nothing but if it is a tan inverse and inner function is with a variable, then you should go with a substitution. Substitution is nothing but you need to take x is a some trigonometric function. So somehow you need to get, again here is the tan itself. In that case you can cancel out the tan inverse and the tan, then the remaining will be the simplest form. Okay, so now I'll go with the substitution, that is x is equal to cosecant theta. So in this problem we just make use of a trigonometric identities or as allied angles, only those. Okay, here if I take this as a cosecant, then the theta will be cosecant inverse x. Here now I consider tan inverse of 1 divided by square root of x is nothing but cosecant square theta minus 1. Okay, then tan inverse of 1 divided by square root of cosecant square minus 1 is nothing but, you can write that as cot square theta. This is a trigonometric identity. So now these two get cancelled, and this is tan inverse of 1 divided by cot. This is 1 by cot is nothing but, again it is a tan inverse of tan theta. Now tan and inverse get cancelled. The remaining is a theta. Theta is nothing but cosecant inverse. So next, I'll just make use of a fourth property, that is cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x is pi by 2. Hence we can write that as pi by 2 minus secant inverse x. This is what the simplest form. Okay, by fourth property. Understood, guys? So now, seventh one. A simple one, that is, which is tan inverse of square root of 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. Now, as I said that tan inverse of this inner function, it is with some trigonometric, then we should apply the formula. Then you will get the simple form. So here it is with a cos, and here also it is a cos. So 1 minus cos, if you remember the formulas, square root of 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x by 2 divided by 1 plus cos is nothing but 2 cos square x by 2. Okay, now 2 and 2 get cancelled, and this is tan inverse of square root of this sin square divided by cos square. I just write it as tan square x divided by 2. Now square and root get cancelled. Your remaining is tan inverse and tan x divided by 2. These two get cancelled. Remaining is x divided by 2. This is what is simple and important one this. Okay, so I'll move on to 8th one. So I can say that this simplest form we have a 6, right? So all the 6 are important, and you should remember that what will be the substitution and what are the formulas we are make use to solve the problem. Here. So 8th one is tan inverse cos x minus sin x divided by cos x plus sin x. Okay, here you just remember one thing, that is tan inverse of, as I said that if this inner function is with a trigonometry, then we should apply the formula I said, right? But if it is a cos x divided by cos x plus sin x, then you can apply the formula, because for a cos x you can apply the halide angles. But it is of sum under difference of two trigonometric function. In that case, if it is a sine and cos, then it is easy to make it this inner function is a tan of some function. It's nothing but you will get it a tan of formula, that is a tan x plus y, either tan x minus y. So now what I'll do is, in this I'll just divide numerator and denominator by cos x, right? Because this cos and cos get cancelled, sin by cos will be a tan, again these two get cancelled 1, and sin by cos is a tan. So there you will get the simplest form of a tan formula. Okay, here is cos x divided by cos x minus sin x divided by cos x. This is what the numerator, where the denominator is cos x divided by cos x plus sin x divided by cos x. This is how dividing numerator and denominator by cos x. Here these two get cancelled, hence you will get tan inverse of, this is 1 minus sin by cos is a tan x divided by 1 plus tan x. Now I will write this as tan inverse of, tan of which radian the value is 1 is tan 45 degree. That means I can write this is tan pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45. Tan pi by 4 is a 1. So I just wrote it, this 1 is nothing but tan pi by 4 minus tan x. But in the denominator I will not write this 1 as a tan by 4. So somehow you need to reduce this as a some particular formula of a tan. So keep it 1 as it is plus. So 1 into tan x will be a tan x, right? So this one I just write it as a tan pi by 4. So tan pi by 4 into tan x. If you remember the formula, that is, we know that tan x plus y can be written as, it is a plus, so I just write it as a minus. Tan x minus y can be written as tan x minus tan y divided by 1 plus tan x into tan y. Here, so now if you compare these two, here tan x is nothing but pi by 4 minus tan y is nothing but x divided by 1 plus tan x into tan y. Tan x is a pi by 4, y is a x. So now you can write this as a tan x minus y. In the place of x we have pi by 4 and in the place of y we have a x. Hence I can write this as, I'll write this as tan x is nothing but pi by 4 minus x. Okay, so this side we have, once again, we have a tan inverse. Within that, this whole thing can be written as tan formula, it is tan of x minus y. X is nothing but pi by 4, y is nothing but x. Here, now inverse and a function get cancelled. Remaining is pi by 4 minus x. This is what the simplest form. Okay, I'll do the last one. Again a simple one and an important one. That is 9th one. You can consider all the 6 are important, but in that very important is these. Again this is the tan inverse of x divided by square root of a square minus x square. Here again the variable x is there, along with the variable some constant a is there. That means while taking the substitution, you need to consider with this constant variable a. Okay. Now I'll just go with the substitution, that is, let x is a sine theta. Okay, you'll come to know why I am taking these functions only. Okay. So here is, I can write this sine theta as x divided by a. Clear? Then theta can be written as sine inverse of x by a. Hope you understood this. I took x is nothing but a sine theta. Then I keep it the sign as it is. I'll take the a this side. Anyway, this is a product. Product means if the term, if you shift it to the left hand side, it will go to denominator, right? X by a. Then I'll keep it theta here. If I shift the function this side, it will be a inverse function. Therefore, sine inverse of x by a. Okay, now you just consider the function, that is tan inverse x is nothing but a sine theta divided by square root of, this is a square minus x is nothing but a sine theta. Here x square is nothing but a square sine square theta. A square sine square theta. Now tan inverse of a sine theta. Now what I'll do is, in both the terms a square is a common, therefore I'll take a square is common, remaining is 1 minus, I took this a square is a common, remaining is only a sine square. Clear? Now I'll just go with the identity. That is tan inverse of a sine theta, again the square root of a square here, 1 minus sine square. The trigonometric identity is sine square plus cos square is a 1. Then 1 minus sine square will be cos square. Now tan inverse of a sine theta. Now if you apply the square root for these two terms, you will get square root of a square into square root of cos square. Okay, you can split the square root for the product terms. Okay, so square and root get cancel, square and root get cancel. Then the remaining is tan inverse of a sine theta divided by a cos theta. Now a get cancelled, then sine by cos will be tan it is. Therefore, tan inverse of tan theta, here tan and inverse get cancelled. Remaining is theta. So theta is nothing but sine inverse of x divided by a. Hope this is understood. Important one this. Okay, last one you guys do it. The last one in a simplest form. So for that, you just take a substitution, that is x is a tan theta. For the last one, that is the 10th question in your exercise. For that, you just take a substitution. X is nothing but a tan theta. There you will get the tan 3 theta formula. Then tan and inverse get cancelled. You will get a 3 theta. Substitute the theta value. That will be the simplest form. Is it clear? Hope you understood this simplest form, and this is important for a 3 mark in your main exam. Okay.